Hey Simlies, it's Deligracy here, and I've got another Kaz video for you. I just made Cinderella as a sim, my version of Cinderella, and now I am showing you guys me making the stepsisters and the evil stepmother. So the evil stepsisters and the evil stepmother. I really enjoyed creating them, and I've got to say they are loosely based on one of my favorite films called Ever After, starring Drew Barrymore. I think it was from early 2000s or late 90s. It's kind of old, but it's still such an awesome film, and I actually watched it the other night and I was like, okay, I have to make Sims. I have to make them as Sims in my own way. So we have here the evil stepmother, which we're working on, and she was actually played in the film by the same actress who played Morticia in the Addams Family films, and she's quite an incredible actress. I think she's a very, very good actress, and she's got a very, very strong featured face. You know, her face is quite long. She's got these incredible cheekbones and cheek jowls, and she's just an amazing actress to watch, I think, in film, and she did such a great job of being the evil stepmother. Ever After, if you guys haven't seen it, is based on the fairy tale story of Cinderella, but it's made to be more realistic, and like it's a realistic version of the story. So there's no pumpkins or magic in it as such, but it is just such a romantic film, and I'm not that into romance in films. I don't know if it's sadly or if it's just me, but I happen to be in a lot of ways very, very realistic about the topic of love, and romance in film, sometimes it just makes me go, ugh. I'm not a huge fan. I know a lot of you guys just swoon over it and you love it and you can't get enough of it. But for me, I just don't like it. It makes me feel a little bit like, ugh, or sickly, if anything. Not really sickly, but the funny thing is, this film, Ever After, is so romantic. Like, it's so over the top. But I swoon so hard over their love story. I basically am sitting there watching it thinking, please, can I just crawl into the TV screen and take the place of Cinderella and just marry that prince and have everything happening to her happen to me, because I am obsessed with this storyline. So yeah, it's not like the cartoon at all. It's very different, but Drew Barrymore does such a great job at it, and it's kind of timeless too. Like, you'll watch it now and it won't seem dated at all, because really it's based back in the day anyway. So yeah. Anyways, these characters are going to be modern day stepmother and stepsisters. I actually just said that in my last Kaz video of Cinderella. I said, you know, this is a modern day Cinderella in The Sims, just because we don't have a lot of old school Kaz items to support a more old-fashioned traditional Cinderella storyline. So yeah, it's all modern day. I think the name of the stepmother in Ever After is Rothmilda or something like that. So this is Rothmilda. She's got very dark eyeshadow. She's very conniving. She's not a nice person, and she's very, very jealous. She wants her daughters to be brought up to impress men and marry into, I suppose, into royalty. But her first daughter, Marguerite, the blonde one, who you'll see soon, Marguerite, that's the name of her daughter in Ever After. She is perhaps arguably the prettier daughter or the better looking one. And then the other one may not be as good looking in the conventional eyes. And Marguerite is conniving just like her mother, but Jacqueline, her sister, is actually really nice. So I won't spoil the ending of the film, but I do like the ending. And yeah, so Marguerite's going to have traits quite similar to her mother, because she does want to kind of seduce the prince and marry into royalty, and her mum will try everything to get her there. And her mum will forget about Jacqueline a lot because she just has her eyes focused on Marguerite, because she thinks Marguerite will have a much better chance of getting with the prince. So yeah, I've actually used some custom content items in this CAS. Oh my goodness, some of you guys will be like, what? If you've watched me for a long time, you'll know that I don't use a lot of custom content, or I seldom use custom content like ever in my game. But a lot of you guys were telling me that Max's Match actually had custom content. Pardon me, I've had a terrible cough today. Marguerite? What are you on, Deli? A lot of you guys were telling me that Max's Match, a website that has custom content, creates hairstyles that are really, really, really great for matching the existing aesthetic in The Sims 4. The Sims 4 custom content is often very different to the aesthetic in the game, and that's why I usually avoid it, because it doesn't match in my eyes. But the hairs that I've just been looking at, I really, really like, so I decided to include them, and I'll let you guys know how they run in my game. Another thing is I don't like my game stuffing up or having bald Sims walking around, so that might be partly because of me maintaining CC content. I'm just not good at that, but I will let you know how I go. So here is Marguerite. She is the blonde daughter, and she is very, very conniving. She is also very beautiful, though. I really liked this sim once I finished her, and I think she has a little bit of a Taylor Swift feel about her. I do put red lipstick on her because the actress who played her in the film looked fantastic in red lipstick. So yeah, and I did try with the same hair as I've given Cinderella as well, but oh my gosh, do we leave that hairdo? I can't remember, and I kind of thought to myself, oh well, it's in blonde, so it's a little bit different, I guess. I don't know. And then her nose, I've made it kind of stick up in the air because I wanted her to be very snobby. My mom's actually blonde. I have brown hair and olive skin, and my mum is blonde and more fair looking than me. She has a nose that does stick up in the air a bit, and she's always said, I hate it because it makes me look snobby, and she is the most unsnobbiest person you'll ever meet. Like, she's not a snob at all. She doesn't like snobs, and it's just really funny. So I kind of thought of her while I was doing this. Oh, good, I did change her hair. I was like, yeah, she can't have the same hair as Cinderella. That would be a disaster. Her outfits, I had a little bit of trouble picking the outfits because I was trying to figure out her style as a modern day Marguerite, and that was really difficult. But in the end, I thought she'd have a lot of nice frocks, a lot of nice dresses, a slight preppy feel, which I know I've been experimenting with a lot lately in The Sims, but for some reason I've just gone into this obsession with 90s preppy fashion. I don't know what it is. I've watched Clueless too many times, but last night when I had a really bad cough, I was up until 2 a.m. coughing. I couldn't get to sleep because of it, so I was like barking like a dog basically all night. So I went and looked at sales because there's a lot of fashion sales right now, and I found sheer button-down blouses and slip dresses that I want to wear together. So inspired by the 90s and Cher in Clueless. So I said on Snapchat to you guys with a silly filter on my face that had sunglasses, I was like, okay, if you guys are seeing this right now, send me back the exact same filter if you want me to make a 90s lookbook, a 90s inspired lookbook. And so many of you guys sent back your faces with that filter, and it was so much fun. And I'm definitely going to do a lookbook for you guys. So definitely while I did this CAS of Marguerite, I was on that same bandwagon. Also, if you guys are wondering why I've split the Cinderella CAS and the Cinderella Stepmother and Stepsisters CAS in half, it's because of my voice and my coughing. It's hard for me to record for a long period of time without going into a coughing fit. So sad. So I'm sorry I split them into 2 videos, but I'll try and post them on the same day, not too far apart, so you can see them one after the other. And I really liked the idea of her wearing the spotty black stockings. So I think we end up putting them on her first outfit, or we may have already done that while I was on my ramble. But yeah, it's so funny how these yellow shoes match the yellow dress with a necklace that matches her lipstick. I thought that was so Marguerite, that everything would match. I quite liked that. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much all of her looks, all finished. Just putting in her aspirations. She's materialistic. Oh no, she's a flirt and a snob. And this is Jacqueline at the very end. It was really weird because when I made her in The Sims from the genetics of her mum, she actually looks, in a way, a lot like the actress from Ever After who plays Jacqueline. And I was like, what? That is so weird that her mum's genetics actually made a sim that looked like that actress. But she definitely has a really kind face. I like how she looks like her mum. And this hair is a Sims 4 hair that is, it's just been made to look a bit thicker and longer. So it is now CC. It's really interesting when you go from that hair to the original Sims 4 hair. So they've obviously used the same hair mesh and just changed it up a little bit. I mean, I'd love to learn how to do that, but I know I don't have enough time in my day. If I ever do though, I'd love to learn how to do it or watch a video on it because they've done such a great job. So I'll link the custom content down below. I'll try and remember to, so you guys can download it if you want to. Again, I don't know how well it's going to run in my game, but I have to say that the graphics themselves look really, really good, and there's no visual tearing, there's nothing icky about it. It looks as good as the Sims 4 hair. Like, I am impressed. I didn't even know custom content like that existed. So, anyways, here we are going into the screenshots. This is the Evil Stepmother. She's looking like a bit of a sook there. Sourpuss, as some of my friends would have said. Marguerite and Jacqueline. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've also thrown in Cinderella as well at the end, and maybe Rumpelstiltskin. But anyways, hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon.